Many people spend their entire lives trying to appear rich, while truly wealthy people follow a completely different path. True wealth doesn't need an audience, doesn't need approval, and doesn't need to be announced. It happens behind the scenes, when no one is paying attention. It's like those internal changes you feel, but don't tell anyone about. You start thinking differently, acting differently, choosing better, and this doesn't show up in photos, doesn't go viral on social media, doesn't generate likes, but transforms everything. Silent wealth grows at the exact moment you stop living to impress. When you stop buying things just to validate your importance. When you understand that you don't need to compete with anyone because your biggest project has always been yourself. This type of wealth isn't born from screams. It's born from calm decisions, from those choices that seem small but accumulated change destinies. While some spend energy trying to appear successful, those who are really building something big are there, quiet, organizing, planning, growing, without fanfare. Because in the end, those who make noise are usually those who haven't built anything yet. Those who are truly growing make silence and work. Before any financial construction, there's a cleanup that needs to be done. And it's not in your house, it's in your mind. The truth is, you don't lose money just by spending. You lose money when you lose focus. And focus disappears because of the noise you allow in every day. It's those pieces of advice from people who never built anything. The comparisons you make with people you don't even know. The news that only generates anxiety. The conversations that lead nowhere. The irrelevant opinions you carry as if they were absolute truths. These parasitic noises do more damage than you imagine. They drain your energy, break your discipline, and steal the time that should be used to grow. It's like trying to listen to an important song, but with various interferences. You try to pay attention, but you can't hear clearly. And when there's no clarity, there's no direction. Without direction, there's no progress. Eliminating these noises doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. It means learning to filter, to decide what deserves to enter and what should stay outside. Because your mind is like a garden. If you don't choose what to plant, weeds take over. And those who want to prosper need to start right here, putting order into what you listen to, what you consume, what you believe, and especially what you allow to influence your journey. Wealth begins when the noise ends. If this video is speaking to you, if some part of this content is stirring something inside, making you reflect, I kindly ask you, like this video. And tell me something. Do you want to receive other videos like this? If you do, just subscribe. I prepare each content with care, thinking of you and your journey. One of the most dangerous traps in financial life is thinking that talking about what you're going to do is the same as doing it. It's not. Every time you tell someone your plans, your brain creates a deceptive sense of progress, as if you'd already completed half the journey, when in reality, nothing has started yet. And that's where many people get lost. They talk so much about the future that they end up forgetting to build it. Real growth happens in silence, in those moments when you study while everyone else sleeps, in the discipline no one sees, in the discrete choices that, repeated, change everything. Testing yourself in silence means letting your results speak for you. It's not hiding, it's protecting. Protecting your energy, your focus, and your confidence from opinions that can divert you from your path. Because when you speak too early, you open the door to doubts, criticism, and comparisons that don't belong to your journey. And these interferences can paralyze even the strongest. Silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. It's the space where you observe your failures with honesty, adjust what needs adjusting, and improve without the pressure of the outside world. It's where you truly grow without needing to announce anything. And when you're finally ready, when the evolution has already happened, then the world will notice on its own, because results don't need to be explained, just shown. This is one of the simplest lessons, and at the same time one of the most ignored. Because living below your means doesn't sound glamorous. It doesn't impress anyone. It doesn't generate applause. But that's exactly why it works. True wealth building begins the moment you decide to stop spending to look good and start spending to live well. There's a huge difference between these two things. When you start earning a little more, the temptation to increase your lifestyle appears quickly. A better car, new clothes, more expensive restaurants, small rewards that accumulate until they become a prison. And this prison has a name: lifestyle inflation. It doesn't arrive all at once. It arrives slowly, smiling, saying that you deserve it. And when you realize, all your progress has disappeared. Living below your means isn't living poorly. It's living intelligently. It's looking at the future with respect, not just at the present with impulsivity. It's saving, investing, planning, and allowing your money to work for you instead of you being a slave to it. Think of it as building a bridge. If you use all the material just to decorate the entrance, you'll never be able to finish the path that takes you to the other side. The most financially intelligent people have something in common. They know how to say no to today so they can say yes to tomorrow. And this, many times, is silent. No one sees, no one applauds, but it's what changes destinies. There's a moment in the financial journey when you notice a silent shift happening, when the money you earn stops being just money and becomes seed. This is where many people sabotage themselves without realizing it. At the first sign of financial improvement, they spend the profit as if it were a prize, as if that small advance were the final destination, when in reality it's just the beginning. True growth happens when you take the profit and put it to work. Reinvesting is multiplying, and multiplying requires patience, vision, and maturity. When you reinvest in skills, you increase your value. When you reinvest in business, you increase your opportunities. When you reinvest in assets, you increase your wealth. And it's from this silent sum that the magic of compound interest is born, which isn't magic at all. It's just mathematics working in your favor day after day, while you sleep, while you live, while you progress. Reinvesting isn't about being in a hurry. It's about building something that strengthens over time. It's like watering a tree. Today it seems like little. Tomorrow it still seems like little. But one day you look back and realize you've created something big, solid, that no one can take from you. While many spend profit to show they're winning, those who truly win use profit to advance even further, because those who reinvest aren't worried about appearing rich. They're too busy becoming rich. Depending on a single salary is like walking on a bridge with only one plank. While nothing happens, you move forward, but one unexpected event is enough to realize the size of the risk. And the modern world is too unpredictable to live supported by a single financial pillar. Companies change, markets shift, contracts end, crises appear suddenly. And if your entire life depends on a single income source, any fluctuation puts you in danger. That's why financially intelligent people build other paths while everything is still calm. They understand that security isn't earning a lot, but rather not depending on a single source. Creating multiple income streams doesn't mean working non-stop, but rather transforming skills, small talents, knowledge, or opportunities into flows that grow over time. It can be extra work, a simple service, something digital, a small investment that evolves, an asset that generates automatic income. Everything starts discreet, small, almost invisible, but when added together, creates stability and freedom. Because a single river dries up, but several rivers keep a reservoir always full. And when you learn to build your own income sources, you realize that true financial tranquility is born from diversity. If one door closes, another remains open. If one path gets blocked, others continue flowing. This is how those who think about the future avoid surprises and achieve autonomy. Multiple income sources aren't a luxury, they're protection. There's a point in life when you realize that the money you seek outside depends, in fact, on what you put inside, in your mind. Learning every day isn't about accumulating information, it's about building clarity, avoiding costly mistakes, and seeing opportunities that previously went unnoticed. Knowledge, when well applied, shortens paths, expands possibilities, and puts you on a level where decisions become more solid and less impulsive. The biggest difference between those who advance and those who stagnate isn't in luck, salary, or environment. It's in the willingness to keep learning. And learning doesn't mean studying only from books. It means observing, adjusting habits, listening to those who have already done it, understanding where you went wrong, comprehending how markets work, perceiving trends, improving skills, better interpreting life. Each small learning adds up, and the more you add, the more prepared you become to deal with the real world. Financial growth is a direct consequence of mental growth. Those who don't evolve inside get stuck outside. Those who don't update fall behind. Those who think they already know enough start losing without realizing it. But those who choose to learn every day begin to see what previously seemed invisible. Ways to save better, different paths to make money, safer ways to invest, shortcuts that appear only to those who are attentive. The human mind is the greatest asset that exists. When you develop it, everything around you develops along with it. And this evolution, silent, daily, constant, transforms into the type of wealth that no one can take from you. There comes a moment when you realize that earning money is only half the journey. The other half, often even more important, is learning to protect what you've already achieved. Many people manage to improve their lives, but few manage to maintain that progress because they confuse movement with direction and end up making decisions that put everything at risk. And this happens silently. A bad debt that seems small, an innocent installment plan, a card used without thinking, an impulsive investment, a promise of quick return that doesn't make sense, but seduces precisely because it seems easy. Protecting capital requires calmness, it requires maturity, it requires the courage to say no to choices that shine on the outside but drain on the inside. And this has no glamour, impresses no one. It's the discreet part of wealth, the one that happens when you choose to save money instead of spending it, when you understand that stability is worth more than any momentary ostentation, when you realize that every dollar kept with awareness is a brick that reinforces the structure of your future. Protection is also in prudence, not investing in what you don't understand, not entering into miraculous promises, not trying to get rich in weeks what should be built in years. Haste has already broken more people than poverty. Preservation, on the other hand, has built more fortunes than luck. And the truth is simple. Wealth doesn't grow only by what comes in, but mainly by what doesn't go out. Those who learn to save, to choose, to refuse, to evaluate, to wait. This is the type of person who builds something that lasts. Because earning can be quick, but preserving is what ensures that the future doesn't depend on luck, but on your discipline. In the end, there's one thing in common among all people who truly transformed their lives. They continued even when no one was watching. Silent action is powerful because it eliminates the need for external approval and puts all the energy into what really matters, real progress. It's easy to get excited at the beginning, make grandiose plans, imagine giant changes, but it's the discreet consistency, the one done in small daily steps, that generates deep and lasting results. The truth is that success rarely happens in explosions. It appears in layers, a habit that improves, an intelligent choice today, another tomorrow, a spending avoided here, a skill trained there, a small investment that grows over time. None of this attracts attention in daily life, but added together causes transformations that seem enormous when you look back. And this is the secret almost no one wants to hear. It's not about doing a lot. It's about always doing. It's continuing even when you're tired, even when it seems slow, even when no one notices, even when results don't appear yet. Consistency is silent, but it's relentless. Each small action, repeated, becomes a brick. And brick after brick, you build something that the outside world will only see later on, but that you already knew was being raised from the beginning. Silent action protects you from comparisons, keeps you focused on your rhythm, and reminds you that real wealth doesn't need applause. It just needs continuity. And when continuity becomes part of who you are, nothing can stop you. Because the extraordinary is nothing more than the ordinary repeated with discipline. When you look at all these steps together, you begin to notice something important. Wealth isn't a stroke of luck. It's not a secret talent. It's not a privilege that only some have. Wealth is behavior. It's a way of thinking. It's patience. It's silent discipline. It's the sum of small choices that, repeated over time, completely change a person's destiny. And perhaps, while you were listening to all this, you realized that some of these steps are already part of your life, or need to be. And that's okay, because no one starts ready. Everyone starts from zero. What differentiates those who get there is the decision not to postpone anymore. You don't need to change everything today. You just need to start today. Start with what you have. Start with what you know. Start where you are. Because what really matters isn't speed, but direction. And if your direction is pointing toward growth, everything changes. Now let me ask you something from the heart. Is this video speaking to you? If it is, I kindly ask you, like this video. This shows me that this message made sense to you. When we finish a journey like this, one thing becomes very clear. Everything you want to build, stability, freedom, financial tranquility, peace of mind, isn't as far away as it seems. It's in the way you act when no one is looking, in the silent choices you make when no one notices, in the habits you repeat even when they seem too small to make a difference. And it's curious to think that while so many people live waiting for a big moment to change their lives, true transformations start exactly in the opposite, in ordinary moments. On Tuesday night, at a rushed breakfast, in the decision to save a little, in the book you read, in the purchase you avoid, in the knowledge you absorb, in the consistency you choose to maintain. These small decisions create such a powerful movement that, without realizing it, you begin to become someone different, more focused, more aware, more prepared, stronger. And when time passes, you look back and realize that what once seemed impossible is now within your reach. The truth is simple and profound at the same time. No one changes their life all at once. But everyone changes their life when they decide to change a little every day. And if you've made it this far, it's because there's a part inside you that already understood this, that feels ready to take the next step, that knows you deserve more, that knows you can achieve more, that knows the future can be different, and that it starts exactly now. And I'll be here whenever you need to walk alongside you on this journey of silent and constant growth. Maybe no one has told you this lately, so let me remind you now, you still have time. Time to start over, time to change, time to learn, time to build what you've always dreamed of, even if it seems distant. It doesn't matter what already happened, where you went wrong, or how many times you had to start over. What really matters is the decision you make from here forward. And this decision doesn't need to be giant, perfect, or impressive. It just needs to be true. Because life changes when you decide to change. And this decision happens in silence, inside you, in the exact second you choose not to repeat what holds you back and start doing what takes you forward. And you know what the most beautiful part is? You don't need anyone to believe in you. You don't need applause, validation, or approval, because your future doesn't depend on others' opinions. It depends on your courage. Courage to try, courage to persist, courage to continue even when it seems difficult, courage to plant today what will only bloom later on. And I truly believe that you have this strength, you have this light, you have this capacity to build something big, even if you can't yet see the size of it all. So keep going strong, keep going in silence, keep trusting the process, because in the end, life always rewards those who work in the dark with faith, discipline, and consistency. And when that future arrives, and it will arrive, you'll look back and think, I did it. And I did it because I didn't give up on myself. And now, before we close, let me ask you one last thing. Did this video touch you, strengthen you, remind you of your own potential? If so, like the video. And if you want to receive more content like this, subscribe to the channel. I prepare everything with care, thinking of you, your journey, and what can help you go even further. Your story is just beginning, and the best chapter is yet to come.